Well, hello friends. Today we're going to work on the neglected Quick Show app in Serenity, one that you rarely see. It's the app that shows up if you double click on an image file in the file manager. So right here we got this cat with a stack of pancakes looking kind of suspicious, and it's just a simple image viewer that I made just to test scaling, really. But I think that it would be cool if instead of just scaling the image to the window dimensions like this, it would sort of have a zoom factor, and then I could zoom in and out with the wheel, with the mouse wheel, and then also pan around by dragging the image. So I thought we would try to do that. And I'm not exactly sure how to go about it, but let's just take a look. So it's just one CPP file in the whole Quick Show program. So let's see how it's built first of all. So we build it like this. So 9QS and sudo sync and run. That's how we would build it for testing, right? Okay, so that's good. So what we want to do, the way that the app works currently is that it creates a G window, which is this one, and then it makes an empty widget and sets that as the main widget of the window, and then it makes a label, a G label here, and assigns the bitmap as the icon of that label, and then we say that you should stretch the icon. And then because the label is inside of a box layout, then it just fills up all of the available space in the window. So I think the first thing we're going to do here is get rid of the auto layout. And we're going to have to do this stuff manually instead. We are going to want to hook some mouse events and wheel events and stuff. So let's create a custom widget for this. Maybe the best thing right now is to turn this into a like a big proper app, because it's been just living in a single CPP file in the userland directory. So let's just make a separate app for it, or a separate app directory. Just copy the make file of some other thing. Show widget. What do we call it? QS widget? Show widget, that's fine. And we'll say, we can call it Quick Show. And we're going to keep the QS shortcut, but it's going to have to be a symlink from now on. And let's not forget to build and install all of that gunk. So it's a little bit involved to add a new thing, but it's gonna be okay. And then we'll say well, we can start anew. Actually, it's not so important. CPP, main CPP, touch show widget. I call it QS widget. Screw it. QS widget. Okay, and then finally we are able to start editing, I think. Okay, so the QS widget, this is going to be the G widget that contains the image and allows us to drag it around and stuff. So basically the big driver of this app. QS widget public G widget, and we can say that it's final. And since we are inheriting from G widget, thinking maybe we should inherit from GFrame actually, because then we can make it look nice. Yeah, let's do that. And What else do we want here? Well, we'll just do the obvious stuff. So we'll start with the constructor. And the destructor. Now the less obvious stuff. So we don't need a paint event, but we need to hook some various other things. So we need mouse down event. Right. Mouse move, probably mouse wheel event. Oh, no, it's not what they're called. Mouse. They're just, I forget how my wheel events work. Mouse wheel. Yeah, okay, so it's just a mouse event. Right, it has a wheel delta. So this one is called mouse wheel event. Right, okay, now we're up to speed. And I guess internally we'll have a G label. This is just gonna be containing the icon. And it's what we'll be like panning around and scaling and stuff. Okay. And maybe that's all that we need. And then main in quick show. So we can RM QS, the old one, because we don't need that anymore. Close. Fresh. Okay. Now in the main here, we are going to actually instantiate one of these guys. So that would be QS widget. Instead of this widget here, we're going to do new QS widget. Null pater. It has no parent, and then it becomes the window main widget. Okay. And then I guess we can do something like set bitmap. Move bitmap. Or we don't have to move it. We don't have to be fancy like that. We'll do like set bitmap. Non-null ref putter graphics bitmap. Okay, I think that's a good enough API. So let's implement these functions. GWidget parent, GFrame parent. Okay, and then we'll set some frame shape here. We'll use a say container with a sunken shadow, and the frame thickness can be 2. And that's cool. And then we'll do set bitmap and QS widget mouse. Well, all of these really. Mouse up and mouse move, and then we also need the event. Plop. Okay. Man, I'm so happy that I was able to integrate Clang format in my in QCreator as a hotkey. It's really making code formatting so much easier because like I can just sort of slop it around a little bit and then just swoop everything into place with Alt-Shift-F. That's amazing. Thank you, QCreator and Clang format, for making life a little bit easier. Okay, so here we'll do mlabel set icon. I guess move bitmap. We can do this here. But we're going to need to include the GUI glabel. Right, and here we're going to create new glabel this. And oh, it's very important that we also hook the resize event. Resize event. Okay. QS widget, resize. No, not resize like that. Resize like this. Because we're not going to use an auto layout here. We're going to lay out manually in resize event. So we'll do set relative rect. Hold on. I was thinking like, what kind of, how do we do the zoom thing? I guess we can do it. Like, how do we scale the zoom thing? Steps of 25%? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just do something like this. And then in the wheel event, mouse wheel event, if event dot wheel delta. I mean, we can just do something here like scale. Plus equals wheel event delta times some number, say 10. We'll say if scale is less than that, then scale is, we'll bound it somehow like this, I don't know. And if it's greater than 1,000, then we'll also, I don't know, just some bounds. Update, is that what we want? No, we want to reposition the label. Okay, label, I guess. Or reposition. Relayout? You can go with relayout. So here we'll say relayout, and then we'll call the parent. Okay, and internally here we'll just have a relayout function. It's going to do the work for us. So I'll say a QS widget relayout. Rect. Or I guess we can do auto rect is m label. Wait, how do we want to do this? We want to, oh man, this is my brain just like freezes up a little bit sometimes when I don't know how to do something. We'll just say that we'll change the size of the thing where it is. So m label set relative rect, and we'll keep it where it is right now. Relative rect dot, oh, relative position actually. And m, can we get the bitmap somehow? I guess we should have a way to get the bitmap actually. So let's store that for ourselves as well, because it's useful to have. So because otherwise it becomes kind of cumbersome to get the intrinsic width or intrinsic size of the bitmap. So we can just do this, and then bitmap is move bitmap. Okay. This could also be a copy ref. I find that a little bit ugly, so we'll do that for now. But really, it should allow you to do this as well. But that's kind of an oversight in the non-null ref footer that I'm going to fix, but not right now. Okay, so the new size is going to be well, we can make a float for this. Float, wait, what the hell am I trying to do? Size, new size, that's set width, width, oh, I have to include that. Times scale. Scale factor, and then the scale factor is going to be factor is m scale divided by 100. So relayout, and then maybe that's enough. We don't have to do anything more than that. Okay, and then here we don't need to do all of this stuff. I mean, we need to do that actually. But we'll take care of that up here. So I guess we can set the background color here, but then if the bitmap has an alpha channel, then we want to make sure that we render something behind it. Oh, cool. It's custom Clang warning that I've been working on, but this doesn't always work, so I'm not really ready to get attached to it yet. But anyway. So let's see. Right, all these unused params. So I just want to try this out right now. So let's see, applications quick show and sudo sync and run. Oh, here's my QS. Make sure everything's on the up and up. Okay, so what was it called? Boolean cat. Okay, so now we're crashing in relayout. All right. Why are we crashing in relayout? We are in relayout called by set relative rect resize event. Oh, okay, so we're probably doing it before we assign the bitmap. It's silly. So let's just start over. Make sure we have a bitmap before we do anything else. Okay, so this is our thing now. And then when we do that, then nothing happens. So the bitmap is always there. So I'm thinking one thing we should do is make sure that we Should we center it? Maybe we don't have to, but we should be able to drag it around though. So current, oh shit, I forgot. You're supposed to use the mouse wheel. That's the whole thing that I was doing so far. Not a whole lot happening with the mouse wheel, I have to admit. Okay. I guess the wheel events are ending up on the label, actually. So that's a bit silly. I have to, I'm gonna have to subclass the label. We'll just do a thingy here. So final public G label. Parent, G label, parent, okay, and then virtual QS label. And virtual void wheel event, mouse wheel event, G mouse event. And this guy is gonna be sending the wheel event up to parent. I think that would be the easiest. So we'll just say parent. No, not parent, but like MQS widget dot, or even we can call it owner dot on mouse wheel event. Okay, and then we'll make an API for this. So this will be on mouse wheel on child on label mouse wheel event gmouse. We'll just put the delta actually. And this should only be called by the QS label. Okay. QS widget owner, and then this needs to be override. And the owner is going to be the QS widget, which we pass here. Okay. Great. On label mouse wheel event. Just pass the badge and we're good. Okay. And here I'm going to say on label mouse wheel event badge QS label and delta. We can get rid of the mouse wheel event. I'm thinking like should we have a way for like, should the mouse wheel event, if it's ignored by the child widget, should it like be handled by the parent widget? Maybe it should, but I don't really want to work on that at this very moment. Oh, here's another picture, by the way. Well, that's not really doing what I wanted. So here, let's just say we can print the scale down here. Scale. So we are not even receiving those events, it seems like. The mouse wheel works, so we should be here. If we had actually instantiated the QS label, we would probably be there. Very silly, okay. Oh, well, see now, something at least is happening. Now, right. Okay, yeah, so now, of course, if we click outside of the label, or wheel outside of the label, then we're hitting the QS widget. So I feel like it's definitely the case that events should work that way, that if a child doesn't handle the event, then it needs to like go up to the parent. But I don't want to start turning event handling upside down right now, so I'm just gonna work around this issue in this video. So for QS widget, let's have a mouse wheel event like we did. And then we'll just do the same there. So wheel, mouse wheel event. And we'll say something like modify scale. Don't need a badge. And we'll just call it wheel delta. We can keep the wheel delta actually, that's fine. But gmouse event. And wheel delta, okay, and then modify scale, there we go. Oh shit. I'll just ignore that for now and hope that I have enough space to finish what I'm doing. Or, you know, maybe I can just remove at least all my MP4s. Gives us a bit more space. Okay. Right. So now the scale goes up if I do that, and down if I do that. But it doesn't really change the image much, which doesn't seem right. So let's see, relayout. Okay, why don't we just print out the new size? New size 2 string characters. Oh, right, we need to just need to do a little bit of, can I do that? Oh, it's fine. Double flip, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, here we go, that's more like it. Okay, now we can wheel to scale. Cool, now we just gotta do panning as well. So I want to be able to drag him around. So how do we do that? Well, I guess now I'm thinking we should probably like pan it by dragging the label, not pan it by dragging outside of the label. So let's just try for the label instead. Let's see. Origin void mouse down event. Okay, if event button is not gmouse button left, then return. Then we can say pan origin is event position. And we'll keep track of where we started panning. So pan origin. And then in the mouse up event, or the mouse move rather, if event buttons and gmouse button left, or well, if not actually, then return. And otherwise, we'll say set. Do we have like move to? Yeah, we have move to. Okay, so pan origin translated event position, something like that. Oh. Well, it's going the wrong way, but shit. Translated by event position. So let's just go the other way. Wait, hold on. Event position minus mpan origin. That's what I want to do. Because I want the delta. Oh, look at that. That's a little bit weird. So let's see. Auto delta is event position minus mpan origin. And then we should just be able to move to pan origin. Isn't this what we want to do? Translated by delta? Mouse down, pan origin. Mouse move. Delta is that, and then move to that. To the delta, and then the mpan origin translated delta to string characters. Oh shit. When I'm moving the label, then the delta is relative to the origin, but the origin changes. Oh, that's kind of screwy. So how do I get around that? I guess at that point I can just do like pan origin is event position. That's really goofy. The widget hierarchy here is not my favorite. Wait, no, this isn't what I wanted. No, it just died. The pan origin is let's see, pan origin. Okay, so the way that I'm doing this is really stupid, and it's not the way that we should be doing this. So let's do this a different way. Let's change up the idea, and instead of using a label internally, we will just use a paint event, and that will avoid all of those weird event handling issues, and we can just not have all those problems. But we have to do some other stuff ourselves, but I think it will be worth it. So let's see. So let's take the pan origin and put that on the QS widget. Okay, and this one can go away. And this one goes in the mouse move event down here. Take that away, and then we don't need this class. But we can keep this mouse down event implementation like that, sure. But we don't need any of that. Okay, and then this will just be a G label again. We don't need a label, actually. That was the whole point, to get rid of it. So we don't need that. And now we just keep the bitmap for ourselves. And then what we do is bitmap rect. I'll call it like that. Oops. Set size, new size. And bitmap rect. And now we need to implement a paint event. So that would be something like QS widget paint event, gpainter, paint on this, add a clip rect for the event rect, so we don't overdraw. And then painter and draw scale bitmap and bitmap rect and bitmap and rect. Are we good with that? I guess we can just start it. Oh wait, hold on, the move to stuff is all wrong. So here, instead what we want to do is mbitmap move bitmap rect move by delta. And mouse down is pan origin is going to be not the event position, but our position when we start doing that. So mbitmap rect that location. Okay, so here's our get. Try to drag. Shit don't work. Pan origin is all confused. Bitmap rect location. I guess in relayout we're gonna have to actually schedule an update now. Okay. Bitmap right location, mouse down, and then here. Delta is, I don't know, I had this, I threw it away, and I have to put it back. Well, let's just start with printing the delta. Oh, wait, hold on. Pan origin, pan bitmap origin. All right, we need two separate things here. I don't know why I'm so confused about this. Point m pan bitmap origin. So pan origin is the event location, and bitmap origin is the bitmap's location at the start of the pan. Jeez. Okay. That's more like it. And then it's going to be pan bitmap origin translated by the delta. And set location update. Okay, so a little bit of a struggle there, but I think we're on the right track now. Okay, and we can zoom in and drag it around, and it behaves actually the way that I would expect, except zooming is in the wrong direction. That's all weird, so I should fix that, but it does do sort of what I was hoping it would do, so that's awesome. Let's see how we can improve this real quick here. So first, let's change this. So we'll just reverse that, and we can actually do this down here. So we'll say event wheel delta like that, and then we don't need the modify scale thingy, and we don't need to print this out anymore. But it would be cool though if we could change the window title. So let's see, auto old scale, and scale, and we'll say if old scale is not n scale, on scale change, on scale change callback, and scale. And then we'll add a little hook here for this, so it'll be like this. On scale change. And then whoever instantiates this guy can just hook that and say widget on scale change. Put it here actually, up top. And we'll take the, well, we're all on the stack here, so we can just do this actually. Scale, and then we'll do window. How do we do this? So we should actually should make a little helper for this, I guess. Update window title. And we'll use this. Percent. And then we'll just say update window title scale. Is that cool? I think that's cool. Oh shit! Yeah, and I got update window title 100. Okay. unused parameter scale. Come on, bro. There we go. Okay, so he died, but I don't think that's because of this app, so I'm just gonna ignore that. I think we have some kernel bug that needs to be worked on, but not in this patch. Yeah, so here we go. See, we're changing the thing here now. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pan works, zoom works. Cool. Alright, so I think that's kind of the feature set that I wanted to do in this patch. So let's just clean up the debug spam here. Get rid of that. Of course, this isn't, you know, final quality. It's just a place to start, and then we can iterate on this. I think it's very important to let yourself build these sort of unfinished things while you're feeling that power in you, like the power to build something new but unpolished. You should really take advantage of that, because you don't feel like that every day. So when you do, make sure you build something, and then you can come back to it later when you're feeling kind of tinkery or you know, a bit less architectural in your mindset, and then you can polish, fix things up, and do a little bit of maintenance. So let's get rid of that relayout thing here as well. Okay, and then the remaining debug spam is in the window manager. So let's see, applications, quick show. Oh shit, now we're actually accidentally adding some stuff that did not belong, so get to ignore. Get RNF quick show. Yeah, that's more like it. Get ignore. And I think we don't have to look through that too much, because it's just a new prototype program. So we're just gonna cowboy commit this and say quick show. Turn this into a separate, fully fledged application. By that, I really just mean give quick show its own applications subdir. New version has basic support for panning. Oh, well, actually, this is not the main thing. Turn quick show to just mean giving it its own application subdirectory. Okay, so panning and zooming the image, stretching it. This needs more work and polish, but it's a step in a more pleasant and useful direction. I admit, I just wrote "and useful direction" here to make the commit message align a bit better. But whatever. I think that's cool. So Let's see that one more time. Okay, so we had a little bit of misfire there, or starting in the wrong direction with using the label. But I think that was not the right idea. So this is much better, handling all of the drawing in a custom widget. And now the kernel has hung again. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. So maybe that's what I'll do after I stop recording. Look into that. Also, it flashes a fair bit. I need to look into that too, but that's probably some Windows Server issue. Those are always fun. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to do in this video, was just this. A little quick show business. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching and hanging out, and for coming back. And I hope you saw something interesting here, and I will see you next time.